Revu not only gives you tools to mark up your PDFs, but also allows you to easily customize your markups. You can change your markup's color, fill, or text, add hatch patterns, or add curves. You can change most of a markup's properties from the Properties tab, or the various toolbars here at the top. If you don't see these toolbars on your screen, simply right-click here and check the toolbars you wish to turn on. Select a markup on your PDF and you can start to change its properties over here. For any markup you choose, you can change its author, subject, and comment here. In markups with text, the comment is generally the text in that markup. Click here if you want to lock a markup. This will temporarily prevent anyone from moving or otherwise editing the markup. This lock can easily be turned off by anyone in Revu, simply by clicking the box again. The rest of these properties vary for each type of markup. For a text markup, which would be a text box markup or a typewriter markup, you can add a fill color here, and even drop down the opacity so you can see what's underneath it. You can add an outline around the text area and adjust its width, color, and style. Here you can change the size of that text font, as well as the spaces between each line of text. Similarly, you can adjust the margin here, which is the space between the outline and the text. Change the text color, the alignment, and the font style down here. These properties can also be adjusted in a flag markup. In addition to those fill, line, and text properties, you can decide here which direction the flag will point. Select a note on your PDF and you can change its color, opacity, and icon. Select a pen or highlight mark and change its color, opacity, and line width. Checking this highlight option adjusts the fill such that underlying PDF content appears through, even when the opacity is set to 100%. Naturally, highlight is off by default for the pen tool and on by default for the highlighter. Here are the properties you can adjust for a line, arrow, or a polyline. You can change the line's color, the fill color for the endpoints, which you can add or customize down here, the opacity, line width, and style. When you're customizing one of these three markups, a line, arrow, or a polyline, you can even select from advanced line styles here. Import or create your own by clicking Manage. The properties you can adjust for an arc are actually the same properties you can adjust for the shapes, the rectangle, ellipse, polygon, and cloud. For each of these markups, you can change the line color, fill color, and highlight. You can add hatch patterns and change the hatch pattern color and scale. And you can change the markup's opacity or the fill opacity alone, as well as adjust the line width and style. You can choose from the advanced or custom line styles here. Select a callout and you can change its line color, fill color, opacity, fill opacity, line width, line style, and endpoint. Change the text font, size, line space, margin, color, alignment, and font style here. And the dimension is similar. You can change the line color, the fill color for the arrows, make the markup highlight, change the markup's opacity, adjust line width and style, and choose the start and end. Here you can decide whether to include the caption on the markup or take it out. Change that caption's font, size, color, and style here. Select an image and you'll be able to adjust its border color, interior fill color, opacity, border width, and border style. Click here to choose a color to mask out, and that color will be deleted from the image. Adjust the tolerance here. To switch the image out for a different one, click in this box and select a new image on your computer. You can crop any image you've added to your PDF with this button in the Markups properties, or with this tool. Add or select a snapshot on your PDF and here you can add an outline, a background fill color, and change the opacity. Click this button to swap out colors in the snapshot for other colors. You can also change the blend mode, line width, and line style too. Select a stamp on your PDF, and in addition to the properties you could change for the snapshot tool, you can also change which stamp you're using. So, if you've added this approved stamp, for instance, but you'd rather use the draft print stamp, you don't have to delete it and grab a new stamp. All you have to do is select that stamp in the list here, and it will be swapped out. Most of the properties you changed here will also be applied to that new stamp. The measurement tools can also be customized easily from the Properties tab. Select a length, perimeter, or angle measurement, and you'll be able to adjust the same settings you could for the Dimension tool, the line and end properties, and the text properties. Again, you can choose whether or not to display that text on the markup here. Select an area or a volume measurement, and you can change that markup's line color, fill color, and highlight. Add a hatch pattern, and change its color and scale. Change the markup's opacity, the fill opacity, the line width, and the line style. And again, you can choose whether to show the caption text with the markup, and also whether you'd like to show all recorded measurements for that markup. When you apply a cutout to an area or volume measurement, it will take on the properties of that markup. Select a radius or diameter measurement, and you'll be able to adjust the same properties as you were for the area and volume. If you'd like to rotate any of your markups, you can do so with this orange point here, or from the Properties tab here. When you've added a markup to your PDF and customized it to just the way you like it, you can easily save it for future use. One way you can do this is by setting it as the default for that markup, like this. Then, whenever you use that markup again, those same properties will be used. You could also save the markup to your tool chest. Now you'll be able to use that tool over and over again without affecting the default for that markup. You can also select multiple markups by holding down the Shift key as you click them, or by using the lasso tool under Edit, Select. And change their properties, or add them to a tool set all at once. The last thing I'll show you here is how to add curves to your shape and measurement markups. To convert a hard angle to a curve, right-click it and select Control Point, Convert. Or hold down the Control key as you click it. You can adjust the curve using these handlebars that appear. To convert an edge to an arc, right-click it and select Convert to Arc. Now you can adjust this arc using the handlebars at each edge. You can also delete or add angles to a markup. Right-click one of these yellow control points and select Control Point, Subtract, or hold down Shift as you select it. To add a corner, right-click an edge and select Control Point, Add, or hold down Shift as you select an edge. Whew! That was a lot of options. Revu really does give you all the control when it comes to making your markups look exactly the way you want them. The only question is, can you handle it? Thanks for watching, and go get 'em, Bluebeamers!